What's up, y'all? This is your boy Jalen here on another episode of Elevated Minds. Today's episode is going to be called How to Deal with Loss. This can really be for people that have gone through loss, are going through the process of loss, or have never experienced loss. And I don't wish it upon anyone to have to deal with loss. I've dealt with loss of a girlfriend of mine, a couple of friends, a few of my uncles have passed away as well. Grandma, I've experienced a lot of loss in my lifetime so far. And so my first loss that hit me a lot was my girlfriend that passed away. And so the 8-year anniversary just passed a couple of days ago. So I just really actually wanted to do it. It just kind of inspired me to do this episode because there are people that have dealt with loss, and you know what I'm saying, it's hard, it's rough. But if you stick me through this video, I'm going to show you guys some tips that you can use to get through loss in a positive way, so that you don't have to go turn to alcohol and drugs, or meaningless sex, with multiple partners, and trying to drown out the pain by doing negative self-destructive things. I don't want that for you guys. So like I said, this is for anybody. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. So when you deal with loss, you have to understand you're going to go through a lot of things. There's different stages. I can't remember all of the stages in order, but yeah, you're going to go through sadness, of course, the feeling of losing someone close to you. But the first thing you're going to really do is you're going to have to grasp it, because a lot of times when you lose someone, it's like it's not even registering to your brain, like, well, I'm never going to see this person again in this lifetime. It's crazy. And so when you start to actually understand, you have to, accept the reality that they're gone. That's hard. That's really hard. And so acceptance is going to be your first, really hard step that you come through. And then there's going to be, you might have guilt, or if not guilt, blame. You're trying to figure out why, you want to blame someone for it. So a lot of people, they turn to, blaming God for different, things in loss. Loss is a part of life. It's not fair. It sucks. But it is a part of life. A lot of people blame God. Some people don't believe in God, and they just blame themselves. And I know for me personally, when my girlfriend passed, I was in the car with her when we got hit by this drunk driver, and so they hit on her side, in the passenger side, back seat. And so it was really crazy because I felt that it was my fault. For a while I felt like, man, if I never invited her to come out that night, she wouldn't have passed away. And so you kind of go through these things, through these emotions, and you're like, man, this really, this maybe if I didn't do this, maybe if I didn't do that, this person would still be alive. Or you can't think that way. You just don't know what caused that. It just happened. Sometimes life really doesn't make sense. It sucks. But like I said, you're going to go through these different things. Just know that it's normal. You're going to go through these different stages. You're going to feel guilt. You might feel shame. You might feel anger. I started to get really angry because I'm like, why? I'd ask why. It didn't make any sense. And I went through an intense sadness. I went through a depression for almost 3 years. No one really knew, but I was super depressed for about 2 to 3 years. And it was rough. It was just really rough. But when I lost my uncles, it was a totally different type of pain, because they're like my fathers. And so, you go through, there's no right or wrong way to deal with loss, and as far as the stages and things like that. But anyways, you don't want to turn to alcohol and drugs and all that stuff. You're just masking it, and the pain's still going to be there. You have to first accept it. You got to feel that pain, but know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault that it happened, unless it really is your fault, unless you murdered someone. But it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to blame yourself for any of that stuff. Life happens. Next, you really want to make sure that you can get you a support group. So you want to make sure you can get around some people that can really encourage you to, help you feel better, help you to, you're going to have your really up days, and then you have your really down days. So some days are it's going to be hard to get out of bed sometimes, or, you might not want to be around anybody, and so like I said, dealing with loss is hard, but I can only relate to people in loss when it's a certain dynamic. Like, I can relate to guys that have lost their girlfriends, their girlfriends passed away, or I can relate to people whose grandmothers passed away. I still have both my parents. My parents are both alive, so I can't technically relate with someone that has lost a father or a mother. But loss is still loss. It's just loss in a different dynamic. So everyone's gonna feel the pain of loss when they experience it, but it's just different, So, but I just want to say that I understand how it feels to lose someone, and just know that you're not alone, and know that there is always a brighter side. You really have to look at the bright side and look at all the good memories that you do have with this person, and keep their legacy alive. Do some things that they used to do. If say they used to get together with friends and you guys used to all come together, maybe still get together in memory of them, or just do something that they used to like to do, or just keep their memory alive. So that's another thing you can do. Always remember the good memories. Remember the time that you guys had with was blessed, and then it really it puts things in perspective. Like, with everyone else that is around you, you can actually really cherish the time that you have with them as well. You really are cherishing your time and just being alive and being around everybody, because life is short. We don't know where life ends. Some people are gonna have the 80 to 100-year life. Some people won't even make it to 30. It's just the way it is. So it's really just good to be grateful, show love, don't hold grudges. Life is too short. So look at death as, they're not gone. They're still here. They've just gone on to the next, they've gone on to the next life. You know what I'm saying? They're at peace now. They're no longer suffering. And so, yeah, man, it's really good to just understand these different things when it comes to loss. It's hard, but get you a support group. Get you somebody that you can talk to when you're, one or two people is good. Really, you just need at least 1 to 2, because you don't want to just bombard one person. But if you have a group, if you have a nice group of 5, 6, 7 people or whatever too that you can lean on and stuff like that, and they're supportive of you, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna need that when you're dealing with loss, because it's like the person's not there. I used to in the middle of the night, I'd have a dream about my girlfriend, and I would want to call her, and in the morning or middle of the night, I'd go reach for my phone and I start typing to call her. I'm like, oh, she's gone, and so I had to get used to that. And it's hard, what I'm saying? Going through loss is rough, but you can handle it in a really positive way. You can take it as what I'm saying, everything's not going to be cookie cutter. Some people might deal with loss in a different way. Some people might just be angry a lot. Some are totally sad. Some are numb. You don't feel really much of anything. Some people are go into denial and stuff. You don't want to deal with that stuff. You just want to go through these emotions, feel whatever emotions you need to feel. Get your support group. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything wild though. Have someone you can talk to let these things out when you feel some crazy emotions. Because I'll tell you, I had moments where I felt suicidal when my girlfriend passed away. I never told anybody about this, but it sucked when I thought I found my soulmate, someone I'm gonna live with and have kids with and get married to and all these different things and have this whole life together with her, and it didn't happen. It was cut short. It really messes with you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get through that, and so it's rough. But if you have a support group, I had people that came through, got me out of bed. You know what I mean? Really supported me, showed me love and stuff. I had friends came together and got me a PlayStation 4, which was super dope of them. It's we got together and did different get-togethers in memory of her and things like that. It's when I lost my really good friend Marcus as well, and that was rough because I've grown up with him since I was 5 or 6, and he passed with diabetes. And I've lost a godmom, my grandmother, uncle, 2 uncles, an aunt. I'm close with all these people, so it really hit close to home. So just know that you'll go through losses. I hope no one ever has to deal with loss. I've met some people that still had parents at their age. Their parents are like 103 and they're like 80 and they're still, it's crazy, So sometimes people have really long lives, but some people, life can be short. So, hey man, love every single person in your family. Love all your friends. Love everybody that you come in contact with. You never know what's going to be the last day that you're going to see somebody. And let's treat everybody with love and respect. That's it. That's what we're supposed to be here for. Life and the world will be a really more positive place if we all can just do that. So just wanted to provide you guys with some value. I hope I did today. If you guys are returning to the channel, or if it's your first time, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, follow me. We got more content coming your way. And I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, throw me a comment down. If you guys have had loss or anything like that, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear about you guys' experiences and things like that. And then, hope you guys are doing well, man. And I hope you guys are staying positive, becoming our best selves, and hitting all these goals in 2022. All right. Okay, man. So that's all I got, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Talk to you soon. Stay elevated.